Why?
See, that's why I need a assistant or something. Not necessarily assistant. You know what I mean? Like just like
give me coffee.
Some technical support type of stuff. But yeah, man, it's like the basketball. I haven't really been keeping up with basketball too much lately. But
I
kept up with a little bit of college at the end. I wanted to see that Loyola Chicago thing.
Yeah.
That old lady sister Jen, she had me weak. It's funny, bro.
Yeah. You see when after they lost, they put that Jordan Crown face on.
They had the Killmonger one.
No.
And then he I think he threw Sister Jean down. He's like, "This is your Cinderella team" or something. I was dying laughing at that one.
Yeah.
This is your Cinderella.
I know it's not even as popular, but y'all seen the women's final? There's one.
That was crazy.
They got buzzers back-to-back games.
Back-to-back.
In the 2-4. Everybody tweeted. D-Wade tweeted, Kobe tweeted, Brian tweeted.
I'm like, my God.
That girl was trending, but I forgot her name.
I was trending. Yeah.
I know, she 2-4.
I don't know if she went to Notre Dame. I was like, hey,
2-4.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, as soon as because I see it on my Snapchat, and you already know, bro, UConn's in the championship every year, regardless type of thing.
303 record in the past couple seasons.
Exactly. So I'm just like, and I seen on my Snapchat, and it said something about UConn goes down or something, and I seen Notre Dame jersey all popped up. I'm like, no, you lying right now. So I went and checked it out, and I was like, whoa, it was a shocker, bro. It was definitely a shocker because sometimes you just don't expect it.
Speaking of streaks, it's not up there with that kind of streak where UConn gets snapped, but it's crazy the Spurs this year aren't without Kawhi Leonard, still kind of doing. I want to say they're 4th seed, but this is the first time since 1999 they haven't got 50 wins. They're that good of a team.
They 4th seed in the West with the way the West look right now.
Yeah,
that's phenomenal.
This is the first time since 1999 they haven't got at least 50 wins.
So what's up with Kawhi Leonard?
I don't know.
He hurt, man.
He hurt?
He trying to get out of there.
Yeah, I think it's hurt slash
I
ain't gonna win, so I'm not gonna come back.
Ain't no point type.
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, I feel like there's some stuff behind the scenes. I feel like his teammates really want him to get back. Cause I heard some of his teammates speak up.
And they young. That team is young now. Besides, you got a couple old guys still on the roster.
Yeah,
they on the bench.
Yeah, they come off the bench.
Bro, you know who I think is the underdogs of the league, but nobody really sees them?
To me, it's Portland.
Yes.
I think Portland is cold.
Yeah, see? Well, then it must be known that.
It wasn't that I thought it. I just know that that's what you like. So it's
true.
I think
you already know. You just knew me.
I was like, Damian, what's Damian Lillard on?
I love Damian Lillard, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. Their team cool and everything. Was just
all I can do, I would
hit a team like,
bro. If they have Marcus Aldridge.
But you remember that team though? Do you remember that team? It was Marcus Aldridge. They had Nick Batum, who was locking people up.
Bro, and busting 3. Don't forget he was busting 3.
And then Wesley Matthews. They had a lot more than just Marcus Aldridge. They had some pieces, but that's crazy. I think it's ridiculous. That year when that happened, it was kind of this is the end of the Trailblazers. They were cool for me. I think their whole starting 5 except Damian Lillard left. They got to think about that.
And then luckily they got CJ McCollum.
He was.
I would trade him, bro. Right now, I would trade
CJ.
I would trade him for 3 players.
But
his contract is huge, bro. His contract is huge. His contract is over $100 million, and that's less than 5 seasons.
CJ McCollum?
Yes. Damn. Getting paid. He underrated getting paid.
Hey, who's the other guy? Who's the other good person on the team? Is CJ?
Joseph Nurkic.
Okay, never mind. It must be CJ that I'm thinking about.
No, it's Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and
and Joseph.
Okay. I was thinking of somebody else. I'm probably thinking of a different team.
Two dudes right there.
Yeah.
That's the duo.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, but I'm saying their team's cool. It's just they don't have enough to
they got
knock off that big team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just it's a foreign big. Foreign bigs.
They're
you put them against DeAndre Jordan, who's he's just a regular big. He's an all-star big. He ain't really doing nothing in the game besides blocking a couple shots. Yeah. And you put them against them, the foreign guys, unless you're the unicorn, it ain't happening.
Yeah. I mean,
even that. They actually some stats. It was a unicorn, Kristaps, and his stats were compared to the dude from Denver.
Yeah, no, you're talking about. I like him.
And their stats are like comparable. It was almost like his stats were just up there with his. Like he's just as good as that dude.
You gotta watch the field though. It's just exciting. Exciting though. They're doing different stuff.
Yeah. Man, but it's cool to see big dudes doing something getting front.
Yeah, I mean, he's threes now.
Yeah.
Like Joel Embiid, like if you like see him coming to the league back then, like no, he's just like Shaq.
Oh, see,
you're like, where did that come from?
See, my thing is like growing up, when we had one of the best 3-point shooting big men at the time, it was Channing Frye on the Suns, right? Like I knew who that was growing up, but it was always like Channing Frye, all you do is shoot threes. Like we don't.
Yeah. Gotta be big too.
Cool. Threes, right? But now it's like, man, when you're big man can shoot, it's really stretching it out.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's like a norm now. Like you need that big dude who can shoot that stretch forward.
Right, because honestly, it might be even changing the game. We don't even,
Yeah.
Because big men back in the day, come on now, what is a big man back in the day really doing at the 3-point line? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like know your role type of thing back in the day. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to think like who would be like. I'm trying in my head, the first big I can remember like really like doing stuff like that. Like I mean like big, not like small forward. I'm talking about like big. Was like Dirk 7 foot. Well, came in the league shooting, came in the league doing that. Was never
shooting behind his neck.
Yeah, because like he mentioned earlier, he's that Euro big, so it's completely tight. Tight, but he just happened to be like one of the best Euro bigs we've seen.
Yeah, he was like a whole new norm when he came into.
Yeah, he's
unseen talent.
Yeah, he was like really because there was probably past Euro bigs that didn't have it like that. Like he has a little shot, but he ain't doing nothing.
After he was introduced to Euro steps.
Iverson
and there wasn't Euro steps. They didn't have
man. It's crazy. What especially now thinking about changing the game with football, man. They're starting to think about taking out the kickoff, bro.
I'm tired of that, bro. They already screwed him up, remember?
Yeah, that was like
it was 10 yards, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It wasn't like a baby fire school, like 10 yards.
I think it was 10 yards.
With an NFL leg, bro.
Everybody's kicking
goalposts, bro. I'm a kicker.
Yeah,
like, bro, it's too dangerous.
But
then if you watch past games, ain't nobody really getting hurt on it.
You know what I think what they should do is, since they moved it up, they should give the kicker like a chance to kick it through the field goal post for points. You know what I'm saying? Like if you do that, you get 2 points or a point. You know what I mean? So, if you, because I don't know, it's special teams.
That's what they're doing. They're moving to Canada.
Okay.
Did they move the field goal too? Didn't they move that back?
Yeah,
because backwards, right? Because people making them off. So
they widen them post by like, what was it, 3?
Because wasn't the field goal post in the front of the touchdown?
That was like back in the day.
Okay, yeah. That's Canada? They do that now still, right?
Canada still has
okay. Well, that was back in the day at the NFL, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It probably was the NFL, right? Like, in the beginning stage for sure. If you watch old tape, like people out like running past.
They almost run into
the remember football originated from rugby.
Yeah,
Perez founded by rugby players.
I didn't even know that, but
I told you that.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that.
You gotta remember that. It's founded by rugby players. So rugby got the goalpost on the 1 yard line, so that's why football did that. And they was like, that's stupid, bro. We just threw a post and he got laid out.
For no reason. I don't know, man. I feel like NFL got so many rules. And it's like they keep adding more and more.
Yeah.
Like
now DBs can't touch receivers. I'm cool with that. But
well, of course you're cool with that.
I mean, but at the same time, like I feel like it's all about what makes money. What makes money? The players staying in the game, nobody's getting hurt, and people want to see.
Because I want to see like this past season, like all sports, how many injuries it was, and how much money people lost. Like Odell Beckham down, Giants are down $20,000 in ticket sales or so.
Really?
Maybe more than that.
And on top of that, I feel like that complements the two most like popular offensive positions. Is who's the face of like the team when you're on offense? You got the quarterback, and that defensive scheme where you can't touch DBs can't touch wide receivers benefits who quarterback, and it benefits the second biggest position on the field, wide receivers. So it's like it's win-win. It's win-win for the NFL.
Yeah,
it's money either way. I can keep our players in. The people aren't going to not come to our games because our players are hurt, and you get to see people want to see you score.
Yeah, people want to see you
I want to see our best player play.
Right.
So you see it's all in one. People aren't getting hurt. Two most popular positions scoring.
Instead of that, people show no fun.
Yeah, and that's why it's like it's an offensive league now. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they took out when they implemented those hits, the targeted hits, I kind of understand that in a way, but at the same time, people want to see those hits. You know what I mean? Like, that's just part of the game to me. You know what I mean?
To me, I felt like every hit was clean unless you hit him in the helmet. That's what I saw. Like,
okay, yeah.
Lay him across his chest.
Yes.
Even if your helmet hits his chest, that's legal to me.
Right. I think even if your helmet face, I think if
depending on the circumstance, like, you like going for, post or fade around my safety. My intention ain't to, hit you. It's just to knock up the pass. I'm gonna lay you out.
Yeah, I think maybe even if it hits a face mask, it's all right because you're still right there.
Right, y'all just take it 3 seconds of watching that take, like, oh yeah, he wanted to kill him.
On the other side of that too, just to play devil's advocate with it, like, man, we know like how fast these NFL like plays are going. These hits are like instant. So it's like it's hard to start throwing if you start throwing the word like intentions, and it's like, man, like. It's really hard. You gotta think these refs are like running, trying to look at it. It happens quick, and they have to really like make that quick decision. If it even looked like it was, like
ooh,
yeah, like if it even looks like it was a dirty hit, like I feel like they had to call it. Because what's another complaint about the NFL? Where it's a slow game. Imagine every hit. We're like, all right, hold on, like we're not 100% sure. Like, let's go look at it. Like, man, it's already slow. I already don't want to watch a whole NFL game. So it's like slow it down even more.
You know what football game I really like, but I wanted so bad to make this come to fruition, bro, is Razzle Dazzle, bro. Like, you have no idea how bad.
And our bro keeps on that. He's like, bro, I'm gonna create like a 7-on-7 team. It's like, he's like, make it a Razzle Dazzle team.
Bro,
I'm not
we can go. Kids. Bro, you know how, I don't know what sport it was, but one of the sports, they started at a college first, so they went from college to college playing the sport, and then it caught on at the colleges. So if I had any intentions of doing it, I'd have to like start out of college first, figure out how I can kind of, set up a league.
That little pickleball thing.
I think so.
On what's that, like trampoline?
Trampoline.
Yeah. College. And I'm just like, man, because I
was walking at GC the first time. I was like, what the hell is they playing?
Yeah.
And the dude was like, I'm dying. I was like, oh, this shit cold.
Man, because Razzle Dazzle to me is like, it's competitive. It's close to non-violent, depending on who you play with. Because if you play with me, you might end up on the ground. I don't know.
It's an indoor-outdoor game.
Indoor-outdoor game. You could, we don't even have to play with the football. We could make our own ball. You know what I mean? Like,
basketball.
We can make a fast ball, you know what I mean, or like a Razzle Dazzle ball or something. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's highly competitive, and it's so fast, bro. That game, Razzle Dazzle. If you don't know the game, then you're just you're kind of like trying to figure it out. But you're like, oh, that looks fun.
I definitely don't know the game.
Everybody's just running around. Yeah, everybody's like running around. It's like, it's so cool. It's almost like a chaotic version of football in a way, of tag football. Yeah, and it's like, it's cool because even like, and it's a speed game too, but not always though. Sometimes it can be a tiny bit strategic because some people like to cherry pick, some of the, because we play with linemen.
Which is why the organization that would make it, ain't none of that.
Yeah. We like,
you play it like, bro, come on, why you ruining the game?
Yeah. That's and then that's when all the refs come in or whatever. But yeah, that's one game I was like, I love that game. But yeah,
Razzle Dazzle definitely has probably more
for sure. Especially because I don't know, especially at Champ Camp when we get it in, and then just at PE, not PE, but physical training. Honestly, the most fun times was when we would play with older people because they knew it. You know what I mean? They knew all the like Matt Reese, Joseph. Stop it, Matt Reese.
You know my class.
Yeah, but I mean,
Matt Reese is a legend on the field.
Oh, for sure. I mean, like,
Then you get to high school, you find those couple guys you look up to.
Yeah.
Like on the field and off the field. He's like on the field. I'm like, this dude is killing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's slow Mexican, straight up. He's slow. Maurice is slow. The saucy.
So saucy, bro. On the line, he'll dodge anybody and be out. And just be, because his route was so crisp, too. Honestly, I think it was a lot of it was footwork. Because he had mad footwork. Like, he did stuff on the line of scrimmage that I don't know. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It's like how do that and still get away. Like you feel like he's just stuck in mud there, but he's really like putting the works on that DB. Like he's hit like almost like on some hitting the toast type stuff. But yeah, he was a baller for sure. But I don't know, man. Razzle Dazzle was dope to me. I miss it a lot.
It's hard to even try to wrap my head around. I haven't seen it or played it. I haven't.
Okay, let me try to explain it to you.
If I say what threw me off, it's like how you even throw the ball forward.
Oh, bro. So play the best way to play Razzle Dazzle.
Because like, in my head, right?
I'm gonna put it in an organized fashion because it's times where it's not organized. Let's say we got 9 on 9, but really the numbers can be whatever the hell. It could be 10 on 8, whatever,
or it could be 5 on
5. You know. Let's say it's 9 on 9, bro. You got 2 sides, just like any game. You can do a throw off, kick off, however you want to do it. All right, they receive it. There's nobody blocks. Straight up, nobody blocks. The receiver, he have like 2 blockers or so running. He goes, boom, defense comes, and then we got other people out there, and like you can like straight throw it forward, left, backward, lateral. But I think after like if you have it, boom, kick off, you touch them one time, they get 1 play to score. That thing on Razzle Dazzle is 1 play to score.
Oh dang! See, up to that point, what that sounds like to me is just like touch rugby. You know, rugby players.
It's almost like how you play with your friends.
Forward.
It's a mixture, but that's why the game, the football originates from that sport. Yeah. So it's like you bring it back, but then you keep that football technicality in it.
Really,
there's that forward in there.
It's almost like an evolution of football in a way. Just kind of like almost like I don't know. It's almost like a baby brother that nobody really likes in the family. Like the one
that they don't know.
Yeah, that they don't know, and they're just like, and then they come to the family reunion like, oh my god, yeah, like he's so different, but he's cool at the same time. Like let's chill. You know what I mean? It's like, man, like that's kind of how like Razzle Dazzle is with football. It's like evolution of it, really, because it's so fast paced, and I think it'll get picked up so quick though.
Yeah, because it's an easy game.
It's everybody
can catch on in about 2 minutes.
Yeah. That's all you need is 2 minutes of. All you need is 2 minutes of watching.
In about 2 weeks of playing, you become like you'll start doing tricks.
Yeah, tricks. Yeah.
Sounds crazy.
It is, man. It is, bro. It's an intense, right? I think it came from. Did it come from Ohio? Because I think
Ohio, yeah.
Okay, it might be a game from Ohio. So
you know, it's crazy. What that makes me think of too is
that's football now, so it's just awesome.
If it might be like different depending on who you play with.
Yeah, there's different ways to play. Like you can make sure one day somebody we just might cut out a hole.
Yeah, because that makes me think. I seen this documentary one time on basketball, like basketball in New York, and it was about like 21 and like how we play 21 out here is one person bus. You just kind of just play, but how they played out there was if you took a shot, when that person got the rebound, you had to shoot it right. No matter where you got it from, that's where you had to shoot it. And you only had like
I've seen like 100 different forms.
Yeah, you only have like a certain amount of dribbles or like. Everything's just different, so it'd be interesting to see how other people play Razzle Dazzle, how other people like interpret it.
Yeah, that's true. And it could even break off and turn into something brand new. Who knows? You know, it's just,
everybody don't throw their whole thing into it.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I like that game a lot. It's because I haven't played it in so long, and I'm just so competitive. I just, you know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah. It's a good competitive because then, like, if somebody does something or you score, you know, defense, you be mad. Like, somebody gets. That was dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got us. That was dope.
Yeah. Man, but.
Yeah. So what happens in Razzle Dazzle? So say you try to throw it forward. If it gets picked off, like is that considered a return?
That's play.
I'm saying so like wait, so it's considered a return. Like they get it, and then if you touch them, then they have that one play after that to score. Okay.
Yeah. You're getting it. You're already getting it. Your mind's already going.
Right around there. But like, and then you're thinking of it outdoor, right?
Yeah.
Like on field. Majority of the time, it's actually played indoor. Because we live in Arizona, so majority of the time, it's played indoor. And the best part of indoor is that Razzle Dazzle is a game that's a part of this environment. So if you play in the gym and walls, you can throw it off the wall.
Okay.
Let's say you're one-on-one with a stop, somebody's about to get you, boom, throw the ball off the wall, run by him, catch the ball, type stuff.
Yeah.
That's what
like if it's just you about to get to the end zone, do it, like, what happened? Boom, alley-oop off the wall, catch it. Slam it on the wall.
Or even I've seen a couple people that were just like they're close to the touchdown, they're right there, and like somebody's in front of them, and they try to juke, but they can't really juke, so they just throw it up and run like around them and catch that bug at a touchdown.
Yeah. And it's like organized because it falls in the rules, like and one play to score.
And you know what happens a lot in Razzle Dazzle is that it's only you'll get like 2 people on the same team, and they'll kind of run with each other. So when they run with each other, they're like partners, and they'll toss the ball. So they don't. Option it's like an option. Yeah.
It's a lot of option.
So
there's a triple option where you can pitch to the running back and he can also throw a forward.
Yeah. So he's the quarterback.
There's a lot of safeties. I'll say there's about 3 safeties.
Mm-hmm. You gotta have safeties, or somebody gonna cherry pick.
And there's not too many people in the middle because there's a point only one play you catch a turnover.
Yeah.
So basically, is it like it's gonna be like a wildcat type of offense where it's 3 people like trying to do it and a couple people staying in the end zone trying to move around to get open? Not because if you can't stay in the middle, nobody nobody
really goes in.
That's what I'm saying. So nobody.
But then it's also you can set that up too. Like they say, boom, he curls it up in the middle. Safeties come up, I just toss it behind, and my receiver ran behind it.
It's not like everybody's gonna cherry pick. It's like people are trying to get open. You know what I mean? Yeah. To get the ball. So they really it's just can I beat this guy 1-on-1, get open, get the ball, and figure out who I can get it to or where I can go. You know what I mean? It's a cool game, though, man. Crazy. That game's got my
heart for sure. Bro.
Yes.
It's phenomenal.
I need to start making moves on that real quick, especially now that this is going on the internet. You know what I mean? So, I mean, if people hear it, hey, more power to you. I'll join your league, do whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm with it. So,
no matter, we just changed the name.
Yeah.
I don't think we can call it rather than a patent word.
I think so. You're probably right. But man, that's crazy.
So I would create a whole new ball for it though. It still be the shape of football. I'll probably change the color.
Yeah.
Remember the NFL?
Would you change the size of the ball though?
Mm-hmm. I would probably allow 3 different game ball sizes.
Why 3 different game ball sizes?
Because you have that appointed almost quarterback. The defenses don't care, with the size of the ball, right?
Well, yeah.
So I would say, just big, some quarterbacks don't like throwing small balls.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That is true. But
my 3 different sizes will probably be high school, college, NFL.
Okay.
They're damn near equivalent to the same size.
I like the high school ball a lot, honestly.
I like the NFL ball, but I don't like, they throw a logo on it. The logo's slippery.
Yeah, it is. And it's a big patch, too. It's like,
especially with that indent in the ball, I hate that.
If you do like a one-step,
but I love college balls. I think that would be the worst ball for them.
Mm-hmm. Wait, college and high school are pretty close to the same ball, yeah.
With those laces, high school we don't really use like actual stitch laces balls.
Yeah.
Usually the pigskin painted stripe.
What that makes me think of is I feel like today kids don't really be going outside to play with shit, but at the same time that's what I think. Razzle Dazzle probably came from somebody had a ball, somebody liked football, they kind of put their own spin, right? I remember meeting my best friend when I was a kid. All we needed was 1 ball, and it could be however many games. Today, you give a kid a ball, what are we playing though? Tell me what it is.
Literally explain all the rules and they should am I doing it?
It was me and my friend had one. I remember it was a little soccer ball, a little plastic one, and it would just be either tips or we'd be running routes in the street edges and
tips
stay inside.
Tips.
Yeah.
I was trash at tips. Go play tips. Trash. My friend could always jump higher, so he just had that airtime on.
Right.
Straight to the floor.
That's what I was.
I feel like kids don't have it like that no more. They're we're trying to be inside. I get it.
I have a love-hate with it, man. Sometimes I'm like, yeah, bro, I wish they're out. But then at the same time, our parents will say the same shit to us. When we was out there, we didn't play. We was working. Different type of shit. Mm-hmm. But then in the age we're going into, where it's straight technology, then some of them kids may not be out there could create the next Fortune 500 business or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
It's great. And then on top of that, these kids aren't out there, they're definitely a lot smarter than we were at that age.
You might be right on that, especially with Google and
then it took us a while to be like, yeah, bro, this school system is bullshit. They gonna figure that out by the time they hit 5th grade. This school is bullshit.
Mom, I'm out.
They may make a change to this whole, fucked up system just because they realize it faster than what we did.
Yeah, I think we'll start seeing
routes to go, but then as far as the medicine, these fuckers may be fat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure, obesity that's all-time high.
To me, obesity is the fat where you really can't take care of yourself, where you rely on certain shit, hey, bro, I need to eat that drink, or I
see what you're saying, almost like an addiction.
This big, you hey, bro, fat niggas on the court that's hooping right now.
Yeah.
That's not obese.
Right.
They be getting shots too.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a difference between
shots.
See, I don't like.
To me, fat is lazy.
Yeah,
That's like obese to me means lazy.
Okay, I see.
There's some skinny, there's skinny kids. I believe that fit in the obese category.
For sure,
As, what
laziness.
Like, bro, get your skinny ass. Nah, bro, I just play video games. I can't watch my TV show.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not going outside and shit.
You know what it is too, man. I think I think what really. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this, right? Like, what is really the catalyst of the obesity epidemic that's going on? I think it's a big part of social media because think about it though. No, think about it though, because we all of a sudden we get this social media where we could contact our friend. We don't have to text them or call them, but now we could just go on here, see what they're doing. Like, oh, okay, you're doing that. There's no need for me to hit you up to see what you're doing. You know what I mean? When you hit up people, it's like things happen. Like, oh snap, this, that. Oh, you going to that concert tonight? Or are you going to this place and that place? It's like when you talk to somebody, connections just pop off. You know what I mean? But when you see it and you're just looking at it, it's just like, okay, you're just there. I see what you're doing. It's like everything's there in plain sight. It's like, I know you're probably doing other things and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get to the bottom of it because I already see what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's like I think we're not losing the contact.
Like, you're the community.
Yeah, community. Yeah, because I mean,
it's community and power strength.
Yeah, it's like
that's really what we get today.
I think most people don't even know their neighbors. Like, I know my neighbors. You know what I'm saying? My neighbors are cool. Like, we just like.
I know mine look like really Chinese. They never in the house.
Right. They always out, But man, I think I'm not trying to knock social media because I think it does great things too. One, you can contact your family that is in a totally different country than you. And
that's the thing, bro. So, me too, the platforms. Remember, we was kids, bro. Hey, street like get your ass home.
Yeah.
I called you where the hell you at.
Mm-hmm.
The kids today like, hey, real mom, my phone was off, but I got Wi-Fi shit. Let me hit her up on Facebook Messenger, so I'm gonna ask her. You know?
It's like different outlets
different platforms, definitely.
To get a message
and
out.
if they use it in the right way, right. I can see where you say that down in the community for sure.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know.
But like today now, like, yeah, it's true. Like most jobs and shit, you meet people and like they lack those people skills because they're
people skills.
You know, it's behind, hiding behind that shit. Like, hey, bro, let me just.
Yep.
I'm talking to you through this. And
I'm just like,
and when I see people skills for sure, they don't want to talk to people face to face, and it creates them to handle problems differently and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
And then for a guy, it's such too, because we still live by like our generation is that like man and nature. Like, bro, we don't say it, go let them know.
And one thing too is one thing that I noticed too when I stopped playing football, which is like when I didn't have like my tribe or like not my tribe, but like a tribe to go to. It was like, I don't know. I felt like I just kind of just like lost connection type of thing, or I felt like an outlier, and I don't know, but I felt like I didn't really belong to anything. You know what I'm saying? I felt like
it felt pointless.
Right, because when you go to a football team, it's like basically your family.
It's not where it's where you come from.
Right. What do you mean?
Like, all right, boom, your upbringing, as a kid. Kids, no matter what, you don't give a shit because you're always around somebody, your friends. Nothing really has importance to it. Yeah. It's just all fun. Mm-hmm. And then once you actually get to high school, there's importance put on things like, okay, maybe I have to
grade
now. You start to put importance on things like stuff like, okay, I need to do that or get that done. And if it's sports, it's like, oh yeah,
different priorities.
Then once you're out of it and where you come from, you're like, now your priorities are completely different.
Yeah.
Your priorities change on what you want,
mm-hmm.
and then you hit that real run and you're like, all right, shit, down with that community at it ain't there. And you realize like, okay, this is the same shit I was doing when I was a kid type shit, mm-hmm. but now there's no purpose to it.
Right.
And that makes you feel lonely and alone and shit.
Yeah, see, and that's what I felt so much that when I stopped playing football was like, because when I went to like practice and stuff like that, it was like for me, it was partly it was like therapy, you know what I'm saying? Because I could go to all my different friends and ask for different advice. It's like, okay, if I know one person's good with girls, of course I'm gonna chop it up with him with the girls because he could either give me advice or I could just get some stuff off my shoulder that I need to get off my shoulder about this one female that's been tripping on me lately.
Also on top of that, teachers too, and BS too, where you can always go in and talk.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like we need to start building more more real life, actual communities to where, everybody comes together. It's either they do something or maybe they just talk.
Do something with purpose. It could be
just
group that every week we're gonna go do this.
Yeah, just clean up something or
even the brothers make up and let's go do this.
Yeah.
And that helps. That stops shit like that YouTube shooting. Like it stops shit like that.
Yes, because
she said it was all off of what? Social media. She said she was pissed because of the amount of followers and shit she had, and she felt disrespected by the company.
See?
And this is a grown ass woman. But then let's say she grows up and then sometimes she got something in high school. She may be a popular girl or some shit. And she lose that. In high school, nobody gives a fuck about you. So now you're in the same shit and realize that it's pointless and your worth is less.
Right.
There's no one around you to keep you up.
Right. Because you feel like it was like a drop off. Like I know that's what I felt.
Now
for
she's
sure.
searching for it through the new generation, like, all right, I'm searching for it through technology and shit.
Yeah.
Which is why, kids are doing stupid challenges and shit because they're still searching for the same thing, those friends and shit. They don't have
connection. They want
to find it through
acceptance too. I think acceptance is big too because it's like I can go to my football homies and be like, okay, I'm going through this bad time, and then they tell me how they're going through their bad time, and it's like, oh, we're going through the same, we're doing the same thing. It's like, oh, we're doing the same thing. I'm straight then. I thought I was different. Like I thought I was messed up in the head or something. Yeah, it's like, okay, well shoot, then I'm not that bad. You know what I mean? So it's just like, just having those people that you can go to and be like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I'm going through this or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. It's different. We need it. I think what it is, we have to figure out how to adapt with it in a way with social media, but figure out how we can kind of integrate. I mean, I feel like we already have because there's apps like Meetup.
I feel like it's like what you could make popular at the time too, because they move by, it's generation moved by waves and trends.
Yeah.
So, like boom, texting is cool shit now, but then if I say voice messages is cool, then now
Boxer. What's
you can make that cool, or be like, hey bro, FaceTime is the shit again. FaceTime is the shit. And then that's what people be like, yeah, bro.
I know.
Snap, like, hit me on a snap, bro. Hit me on a FaceTime,
Yeah.
Just that wave, so you just gotta move it. And like, it could be quick. Like, let's say Drake, some huge influencer, like, hey bro, we have FaceTime. When DJ Khaled did Snapchat shit, and Snapchat blew up. They gained like
Kim Kardashian.
100 million off of just the shit he was doing.
I'm sure he did. Shoot.
Just you can create that new wave too. And it's not different than like talking about the sports, like create that new wave with this.
And I feel like that's what it is a lot too. Is like just trend setting too. It's like we need to figure out.
You can't say like we follow. Let's say in high school, say it's a couple ways we had jerking.
Hey, that was like elementary.
Jerking was a way.
Yeah. Oh, Soldier Boy. What was that? Superman or whatever. Yeah. Let me see what else.
That's some shit people.
Stanky leg.
No, man, you don't want to be just dancing.
Oh,
bro.
Well, you know.
Just wave, bro. Just like,
you're right. I was going to dance away. My bad. It was my fault.
Let's say even in high school, we say even the food word would be nachos. Like everybody, all right, nigga, get the nachos. Like,
yeah. Because
even after, like, hey, bro, we gonna go do this. It's certain ways.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, like waves should be positive because what always sticks out to me right now is, I feel like 3-4 years ago, it wasn't like people wasn't all over the gym. But isn't it the cool thing now that everybody's I'm trying to post to the gym.
Yeah.
In the gym today.
And that's where that was a positive thing.
That's a positive thing though.
And that was from social media.
But it's cool. It's cool to be like nobody was really posting about the gym. He's like, hey, I'm going to the gym.
Yeah, you're a gym like most of them.
Okay, but it's cool to go to the gym. It's cool to always be working out. It's cool to be healthy. Like there's a positive thing that can come from it. Like you said, it's just the fact that who's gonna put it on there, who's gonna make it, because it's not gonna be just a normal and natural thing. It's usually you
can create waves within states, but it takes a while to get that shit to the other side. Like they do like that New Orleans bounce dance over there. That shit's never hit here. We could care less. Over there, like I remember one time Alabama, like for tracking nationals, they're like it's 30 people on the beach, like they're doing this shit. Right? They're really about that over there. That wave is huge. That's like their social point.
Okay, yeah.
But that's because somebody made it hit over there. But if they were able, grab certain guys that in that digital type multimedia platform, then they could country wave it.
Yeah.
But it's no problem, making a wave in the state because then, crime rate and shit goes down. Niggas is happy.
Yeah. Yep. Man.
The waves is huge, bro. That's crazy.
And I feel like just us not being able to name some speaks to how like fast and like fast they come and go. Because I mean I know we can't think of it here and there like he's stuck on the dancing one, but we've probably been through so many waves that we don't even think about. It was just something we did. And
I remember that Sidekick. Oh, yeah, that was my favorite. To this day, I still think Sidekick came out, bro.
I'm buying it.
I'm checking that because that was part of our way. You know, that shit really started home to people. That was like the phone.
Yeah.
Remember, it was great. First, it was bricks. It was whatever. Remember when phone stuff first came out? It was just have one. Yeah. Nobody could fuck what you had. So after that, it was Sidekick. And then the first iPhone release. Yeah. And then iPhone took that shit over pretty much.
For sure. Man,
it was definitely like this wave. That was huge. It like that social media wave. But I remember we had that too. And then like even on Sidekick, like versus this, like we didn't have shit on their phones. Like I think we had like 3-4 apps, you know. And it wasn't really there was nothing to do on their phones.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't. Play bricks, maybe.
Bro, that game was lit.
They played Tetris
on Blueberry. Or Blackberry, not Blackberry.
I hated it. Like, I like that like ball on the phone. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Hey, but it was good to play bricks with though.
Girls outside, you know, flip that screen up.
Yeah. This like you had that ball too.
Yeah.
They did. One of them did have it.
It was like the first one.
I was the third one had it.
There was one, like 2 or 3, right? There was the original Sidekick, the Sidekick 2, and the one you had.
The fourth one was the touch one. That touch.
Fourth one was touch.
Because they had.
The third one was touch too, but it was like weak ass touch.
It was?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Because like remember like you had a keyboard, but like you couldn't really do shit. Even when you could touch, like you couldn't go into all your shit.
What you mean?
It was the third one was touch, bro. The
third one, the fourth
one, XL.
Yes, the XL. I had that.
Was touch.
And because I was mad because that one didn't slide. I mean, that one didn't just do the move. It just slid. The one previous to that slid. That was the one with the dot, or the one that swooped. That was the one with the ball. And so I think that was I'm telling you,
that was the third one.
The ball was the third one. Yeah,
the one that swooped was the third one.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Oh, okay, we're on the same page.
You said it wasn't.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
it was.
I didn't hear what he said. I must have thought he said.
Saying you had the one you had was the last one they made.
I had both.
I had the 3.
Yeah, I have.
I remember I didn't answer because I didn't have this type of shit to get to my mom's. You don't answer your phones. Gronkowski, my shit before it was popular.
For real? Wow. Because you got mad, huh?
Nah, why? I answered the phone, bro. I was in the gym hooping, being a regular kid. And that was what year. I think it's sophomore, you know. We was athletic motherfuckers. Like everybody was doing their thing.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like think about it. There was really no fat motherfuckers when we were in high school. There was no like when we like in the days like them the dudes that's in the gym. The 5 fat kids we had there.
And honestly, I don't consider everybody that looks fat.
Yeah, because it's awful. But laziness to me is what I consider obesity.
Okay, I get it. Oh man.
I remember being a little kid. I thought Sidekick was like the dopest phone. All my brothers and
like people I look up to always had
them, right?
Had like Louis cases and stuff. Sandals was popping. Remember sandals like a Jordan size.
Oh, I'm still rocking sandals right now. Hey, shout out.
Like now, I can even tell you the shoe trend. Jordans is always a part of it, but like, you know that shit ain't popping.
I'm good.
I just wear what I like now.
Yeah.
I'm too focused on other stuff. You worried about that stuff, man.
Right? I'm just like, honestly, I've been thinking about just going straight like one color or just like one outfit or like 3 outfits.
Or you about to look like people from cartoons where it's just you look at the classes all the same outfit.
Yeah.
White.
No, but honestly, I kind of just took that idea from I heard that Mark Zuckerberg used to do that. Like he just has one outfit that he wear, and that's what he wear because supposedly the reason why he did that is because throughout the day you only have a certain amount of like, how do I explain it? I don't even know how to explain it. Like a certain amount of this like really good decision making, I guess you can say. And then after a certain amount of decisions you make, then your decisions drop off and you start making poor decisions. So he wouldn't even have to decide on what he's gonna wear because his outfit was already done. But I don't know. That's just on some hippy dippy entrepreneur.
It sounds like some rich shit.
Yeah, some weird stuff.
Same about like I'll be changing outfit, bro. Before I leave, you put that on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do it matter? Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Like I think I went to work today with like a dress shirt or like some t-shirt, bright yellow shoes. Like fuck it, I'm wearing that. Okay.
Shoot. But yeah.
I still remember when I was a kid, I just think matching was like wearing like one solid color.
For real?
I remember going to Easter one year, all red.
Sorry, I had a problem
all
with
red.
I didn't know.
I just thought like, oh, you just wear one color, like, good. I mean, you matching, like, it's always.
Niggas was looking at the color, was like, bro, what is complimentary to this shit? You like red and green? Yeah.
Oh,
watermelon looking. No, I can't do that.
That's funny, man.
Y'all remember when K-Swisses were hot?
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to have the ones that changed color.
That's K-Momo was making money then, bro.
Yeah.
K-Momo.
Tall tees and tall tees and K-Swiss.
Everybody
Echo.
Hey, everybody had Dickies. Yep, Echo.
I used to go hard on
John, Sheila,
South Pole.
Hey. I used to
I had hella South Pole.
G-Unit.
I had a couple of G-Unit.
Hey, it was all about
the club.
Yeah.
If you're from Glendale, bro, and you grew up in that era that I grew up, which is like what era? Probably 90s, I guess you would say. Early 2000s. Okay, early 2000s. Then if you was really hood, if you was really from the hood, I can see you either at K-Momo's or BBB Fashion. Period.
I remember BB.
You don't remember BB?
But you know, it's another spot that I feel like it's a place called Steven Shoes.
Yes.
Cause that was like in every other little hood, like always in a
It was
corner.
like a little small spot.
Always had all the shoes, Dickies, everything. I remember got my first pair of like white shell toe Adidas, black and white.
Ooh,
First place I got those right there.
Classic.
Steven Shoes.
I need a pair of those, bro. I got this clean jacket. Oh, I didn't want to sell that jacket to Brian because he said that he's about to like start getting into selling old clothes.
Yeah, he has that page already up.
Oh, it's already up.
I don't like how Amazon be taxing. It's too much for me.
What's the rate?
I don't know. All I know is I remember trying to make an account. My thing right now is I have a bunch of textbooks that I haven't used, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like,
went on
there and I was like, man, I'm not sure just make an account. So on Amazon, that's the main place where I go shop for my books. Bro, it was like a ridiculous amount. And it's not like eBay where eBay's like, hey, no, post your stuff and like we'll charge you 5% of what you make. Mm-hmm. Amazon's like, no, we're gonna charge you like a monthly or like a yearly subscription fee, and then we're gonna take some of what you make too. I was like, oh, wow, I'm good. I'm good. And then
they have a lot of leverage though, honestly.
Not anymore. Fuck that.
Who's competing with Amazon right now?
If you want to sell your product, bro, sell your product.
True enough. Especially, you know what, man?
I know what's so great about creating business plans for people. Like, I love it. But then, like, you know, I say it's for love, hate, because you know, like, for yourself, since you've already figured majority of the shit, like all the way figured out with the utensils we have now, like, I know how to use these things. Yeah. Versus, you know, a kid that gets on like, hey, I'm just gonna play on this shit.
Right, and you could like, I mean, consulting for you, that'd be, you know, a great gig, because, you know, it's not that time consuming. You know, you're helping other people, which in turn is gonna help more people because whatever service they offer, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a positive snowball effect type of thing.
I just found a book the other day on eBay though. I don't want eBay. Just like you post it, you kind of like, I just give them the little 5% they want, and I'm good. I feel like I'm less.
You like, I don't care about this book either.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it was like this. They really like play you. Like, so you go. I started college. It was just like, all right, you know, go ahead and go get your books at the ASU bookstore. I'm like, all right. Spent like $500 that first semester.
Only use one book. Yep.
I started booking one book.
I remember that.
I stopped doing it after like, I think my sophomore, maybe before that, after freshman year, like halfway to sophomore, I'm done buying books. Like, I was in class, bro. I'm like, thank you. I'm using your shit. I'm not buying them no more.
Yeah, I kept buying them just because like I had like the school basically gave me the money, but it was like
I had to go like deep, like 2 months deep until like I really needed the book, or like, you know,
right, you don't need it until
like 2
or 3 months.
But the thing is though, is they have the option to say required or not, and they'll still say it's required. You'll never use it.
Yeah.
And so like recently I was trying to get some books. Mind you, these are books unused. I paid like $150 for or more. Go on a site. It's like, oh, like, you know, textbook. Whatever, they buy textbooks for you. I'll give you $2. Like, I'm not exaggerating, like $2. And that was the most. $2.
He said $2?
Unused. Like, you put in your little ISBN, and then it's like, oh yeah, $2. We'll pay for shipping. I was like, bro, I'd rather throw it in the garbage They gave someone give me $2.
Right.
I ended up selling one on eBay the other day for like $30. I'm not gonna use it.
Yeah.
And like it's literally right now, it's like I'm gonna keep them until like before I move. I'm gonna try to sell as many as I can. And after that, I'll just throw them away.
Hella college books. They just sit in the closet. Cause I'm like,
Hey,
maybe you can use it, but then at the same time, I'm like, I'm just gonna sell you some shit you ain't gonna use.
Yeah. If you got any psychology books, bro, throw them my way. Cause that's the one that you gave me. I've you know.
I'll give you an accounting book.
No. Oh yeah, you gave me that too.
I'll give you another one.
Yeah, you gave me a big. Oh no, I might have got that from Google. I don't know.
I might have gave you one.
Yeah,
I gotta see it.
It was like a culture psychology book. Or
I have to see it.
Yeah.
I definitely have a bunch of them.
I know you gave me that one book, and I came back to that book. That book, it's a good book, bro. That finance book that you gave me.
Oh, that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
That was free. He just gave us that because he got money like that. Griffin's Tesla and shit.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
He was, I can't remember his name, something gold. He has like his own accounting firm.
Oh,
He's
really?
a financial advisor.
It's not gold.
I can't remember his name. I do have money though.
Man.
Like teaching our class was his side thing. Like he was like, yeah, but like someday he wouldn't come in. He would send an assistant in to be his sub. Like he wouldn't go to school. Hey, I need a substitute. He was like, hey, I can't make it in. Hey, go give him these papers and do this. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm like Professor Gold's assistant. He told me just like give you this, do this. I'm like, damn.
See, that's some boss stuff right there. Yeah, that's some boss stuff, bro. It's like, see, that's the thing, man. It's like,
own system.
It's like bosses, bro. They're basically the same. I mean, bosses, of course, is a general term, but people who either own a business with employees in it or own multiple businesses, they're basically like generals, bro. Because it's like they do the work sometimes, but it's like they have so many other people that like do it for them. So, what's up? You want to say something to the people, Dior?
That's the smallest, roundest dog I've ever seen. He's like a local breed.
He don't even know what's going on.
OJ, bro, on that same topic, what's your opinion on a college degree and its worth in today's society?
I think it's worth definitely went down.
For me, it's kind of like this. For me, it's like it's all in the eye of the beholder because some people know exactly what they're doing and know exactly what they want to do, and for other people, sometimes that exact.
Which is what I was saying. I was like, some people, if you know what you want to do you think you like need that type shit?
Well, if you do know what to do, then you go to college.
To me, I thought like it was only a couple of points. To me, I thought if you was going in the medical field, I thought that degree was the most important shit ever.
Oh. Okay.
And I was like, if you go anywhere else, I didn't think it like really mattered.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's like it's like it's in the eye of the beholder because, of course, you could go to like a little, I wouldn't say little, but like a nursing
school. And then like job work too. Like I was like, if you go out, maybe you'll get that job. But I was like, what about the person that doesn't go to college, straight out of high school? You know,
right? 4
years into, like, let's say they go straight to that company and start at the bottom. 4 years later, they may be where you're at. Mm-hmm. You $75,000 in debt,
right?
Versus them in the same spot with no debt and already been bought their cars and all that shit.
Yeah, for like, if you know what you're doing and you don't switch up, then you're straight. But
do you see that on both parts? Like even for the person that's not going to college?
Well, because some people go to college for different reasons, right? So the same person that goes to let's say ASU. The same person that's going to go to ASU and to a person that's going to go to an Ivy League school is totally different because ASU is a college to where almost anybody could get in. Let's just be honest.
Oh, it is.
And the Ivy League school, you've got to meet certain standards. So this person that's going to Stanford, let's just call it Stanford, he's not necessarily just in it for the education. He's in it for the social aspect of it too. A lot of what colleges is, which they don't tell you, which nobody really knows, is about networking. It's about creating that network of getting in places. That's why there's fraternities and sororities, because they already have a network built in to their own sorority or fraternity. Now, when you take it to the ASU student who might not necessarily have their head on straight, but they have a decent head on straight. All right, Joe, you want your off, little dude. Peace. But might not necessarily have their head on straight. Then they're kind of going into college just as, oh, it's a new experience. I'm gonna just go to school and see what happens, type of thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But with a Stanford student, they're going in there with so much intention already that it's like, it's almost like they're creating their journey. But at the same time, of course, things happen and certain things happen to where your journey might go off course or whatever.
But just realize it.
Yeah, so that's how I feel about it. It's like I think it's really big on networking, especially even at ASU, because ASU is a huge business school.
I never took the grades in accounting because I never thought. Still don't see the importance.
Yeah, because you can.
Let's say we both
I'm sure.
Class,
even like this, catch this.
We both listen to the same shit.
Yeah.
I'm listening, but I ain't gonna turn it to homework. I'm like,
Fuck you. For me, and even that, even with the accounting thing, I'm sure, bro, that you could find something online that will give you that same accounting degree that you do with, but it might be even from a third party person. It might not even be from a education standpoint, like through ASU. It might be through fucking Tim Diddley Dollar. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Somebody who doesn't know but's been in the business, has skin in the game for 10 whatever years.
Certified to say, hey,
right. It's like,
I thought there's just too many variables because like his original question, like to get back to it, was like, how much is it, like, what's the worth on it now? And I just feel like there's too many variables because you could sit here and say like, oh, well, this person didn't know what he wanted to do. He went to college. But what if he comes out like he's debt free? You know, he has scholarships, but he's straight. Like, but it was a like, he didn't lose nothing.
But it would still be a waste.
It depends. It depends on it.
Like if he go in there like, hey man, bro, because then like you don't even gotta put the value to, because the value doesn't matter until after.
Yeah. So because he might,
two guys go in, all right. One gets good grades, this and that, but he's left with debt, but he learned so much. Other one got good grades, but you know, he didn't learn shit. And he had no debt. The nigga that had the debt paid out because he knows how to pay for that.
It might not even be
somebody who's debt.
It might not even be the debt though, because check this. If I'm going to school, if I'm going to ASU business school, and I'm just learning stuff and going through the motions, so to speak.
That's one. No, I'm in that category.
But
check it. It's a different category.
Okay, well. Not business, but like
business is the ways.
Yeah, for sure. So if I go to school for like, let's say environmental science or something like that, and I take away, I know I'm just going through emotions, but there's this one little nugget that I took away from this one class or this one teacher that I can implement into my career, which would set me apart from all these other people that are trying to get through the door, then that was worth your money. If
that could be the right place, right spot, right time. You get in there all semester and got sick that day.
That's how I feel. I feel like it's impossible to sit here and say like, oh, this is worth this because it's not.
I mean, I feel like all they can do is by category of the degree.
But even that, it's like your opinion that you can sit here and say, hey, this degree is worth this.
Yeah.
But then it's going to go even deeper. It's like, okay, well, that degree is worth this in this situation if this person does it with this. Okay, if this person does it with this. If this, like, there's no doing it. It's literally an opinion because what you think might not be worth it because they didn't use it. To that person who went through it or people who like that are going to think it's worth a different thing than you do. Like it's completely subjective.
Yeah.
Like I guess like everything else in life, like it's completely subjective.
And I mean that's a good and bad part about it too. Well, for me, I don't think they're really that bad, but like you know, it's just different. So you know, each circumstance comes with its own little, you know, traps.
Like some of them should be less. Like let's say, like, what did you go to college for?
Business communication.
Yeah, and then like the first 2 years they generate the shit out of you, right?
Yeah.
When he should have, like, you know, that's what to say. That's about 50,000. I think just bullshit you for it. If you just did general 12 years straight before you got
you could have been in the field or something. You could have just
field at the same time. And this thing too is like I've only like you have credits for our world like for your actual like degree, you need to take this many classes that's related to business, this many classes related to education. Like, cool, I don't mind it. But then at the same time, I don't need to take electives. You can take whatever you want. And I'm going to take a BS class. I'm going to take the easiest class you have to offer. Why do I have to take that? Like, my degree's on this, but you need me to have.
That's not. I just took a class. I'm like, my business.
I just took a music class on the Beatles. What did that got to do with my degree? How did that? But to you guys, you just see 3 credits.
No, they see 3 zeros.
I mean, but I ain't paid for it. I ain't tripping on nothing. But I'm just saying, like, why do y'all make that a part of it like that? Like, if my degree's for this, why do y'all worry about everything else?
Yeah, we pay for everything in life.
It's finance. Because I can get like 2 years is really what college is worth. About 2 years when like actually.
What do you mean 2 years is what it's worth? Oh, you're saying
general
after the 2 years? Okay,
all through general K through 12. The only thing K through 12 you gotta learn: reading, writing, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, and that's fucking it.
You write skills. You don't do nothing the first 2 years, so the second 2 years, all right. Hey, let's start a major.
You don't do anything the first 2 years. Okay. You don't do anything. That shit just pisses you off. It's just time consuming. Yeah. A waste of cash. But then they make you do that general shit because if you don't pay for it, the government pays for it. If you don't pay for it, the scholarship pays for it.
They get money one
way or another. So they say, let's prolong this shit. That's where we can get $50,000 out of you, can get $100,000.
And this is what kind of irks me about what I'm seeing right now, because it's like I see all these other schools that are opening up, bro. Like there's a school right on just right here on the corner that opened up recently, probably like 2 years ago or something like that. And I'm just like, okay, you guys are opening up more schools, like.
And you can look at it. You can look at on like smaller scale. There was a guy who went to create razzle-dazzle. He was like, hey, shit, I see the profit in this shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can get 1,000 dudes in here.
It's almost like a franchise.
A couple sign-offs and certifications.
See, that's almost what it is.
It's a
school
business.
is almost like a franchise. It is a business.
That's why I was subject to hey, that shit's not working.
Because they already
have give me 2 years and let me do business, then my outlook on it would be a hell of a lot different.
Yeah, because schools already have a system to go by. So all you have to do is replicate that system and put it over here on some land.
Yeah, you don't gotta think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a copy and paste. You just have the money to start it.
Right. Like all you need is a capital and you're straight, and maybe some smart people to run it. But I mean, it is what it is, but it's just like anything else. It's just whatever you take from it. Like you can, like that's what I feel like is a big difference in people's life. Is
go ahead. Say the 2 words, bro.
Is what you
say attitude and effort.
Okay, well, I mean, I wasn't on that track, but I kind of was at the same time, because for me, it's like you can, like one person could go, okay, let's take 2 people for example, but they go through the same exact hardship. Let's say they lost their mom in a car crash, which I hope nobody does, but it's life. Each person loses their mom in a car crash. One person can go one way, as in, okay, they're going straight down, as in, okay, they pick up the bottle and start becoming alcoholic, or and they just like, they don't care about life anymore. And then this other person can just take it and be like, all right, since my mom passed away, it's like,
I need to get this kid. I'm some roses.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure she knows that she raised the right person, and I'm putting in work, and I'm grinding and this and that to, you know what I mean? And they put it on a higher level. So it's like, for me, even in any little experience, it's just like
they give them their life worth.
Yeah, it's like how do you take
because then like that's, let's say you were here alone type shit, like you get lonely or whatever.
Oh, for sure.
You have a different, like boom, drive. It's just a drive put back there.
Yeah, drive.
Yeah, thrown back there.
Yeah.
And my homie think back, I even wonder if mom is,
some gasoline in the tank for sure. Mm-hmm. It's like, man, and that's why I feel like, from the people that come from like the worst scenarios, they don't know what they have. Like they have so much power, but they have to like flip it on themselves almost. But I think they just need to realize, like, okay, I could use this. They gotta take a step out of their own shoes. Yeah, it's like they could use that.
Let's say you grew up in like Levine or whatever. Let's throw you at Orlando. Let's do that. Hey. Let's throw you to Orlando, bro. Yeah, you over there, you doing what you do. You there, let's say, until you about 16. Mm-hmm. You lost both parents. Your outlook is a lot different. Yeah. Bro, I'm like, hey, bro, come chill with me and mom, bro. We got, we got parties and bitches. No matter what the problem is, we got parties and bitches. We got parties and bitches in Scottsdale. Mm-hmm. Now you get a whole completely outlook, like, oh shit, okay, like, I didn't know people live. You kids do like, we don't do shit. But one day we thought about doing this, like, oh shit. He's like, what about my real parents? Like, my mom died, bro. And then Jakar, like, really, my mom died too, man. Like, you know, it could be the same thing with, like, if they take a step out, they only choose to experience, like, just how they said, communication.
Yeah.
There's different things in different cultures. Like, you can learn just from going down the fucking street
and talking to somebody. Yeah. And that's why I really like that I grew up in Arizona.
That's why I hate people like you can like that term, product of my environment can really be true if your ass don't leave the environment.
Yes.
And like it doesn't like, but in that mindset, it's like, I only can get out of this environment if I do certain shit. Like no, you can literally get on your bike and get the environment.
And that's when I think a good thing comes up. Like your thoughts aren't really your thoughts in a way because you've already been pre-programmed where you're at.
That's what I said. Anything that puts you down is trash.
And for me, it's like for me, and I feel like that's why I'm really glad I grew up in where I did, like Phoenix and Glendale, because it's such a melting pot to where I have all these cultures to draw from and all these people, especially like a bunch of people that came from Cali. Like there's so many people from Cali here and from Mexico and from all these other places that I can cross-reference from. Yeah, we're like the fifth or something. Yeah, I mean, we're so diverse, bro. And we don't even know what, I don't know. And we're still growing. That's the thing, bro. Like, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's cool because it's like, I don't have to go, well, even though it might be even a better experience, but I don't have to go over there to experience and figure out how they move and how they talk. I can just look at this person and be like, okay.
Yeah, but too, like, let's say you still in Orlando, like, there's somebody in that community that left.
Yes.
And she came back and was like, hey, this is how I'm living.
Yeah.
Check me out.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing that drives me to it, because it's like, if I could hit a certain point to where
you can say, hey, check me out.
Exactly, where I can say, hey, check me out. Then it's like I can influence people that were in my position when I was in their shoes in high school and things like that.
Yeah, but you put a value on that now. Because there's people like, hey, I want to reach this level. I don't want to reach this level for cars, money, and bitches.
Right, which is.
And they'll say, hey, look at me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, hey, look at
I can
me.
tell them, like, I used to think those same thoughts, but I know.
Like, yeah, when I was 15.
Yeah, but, you know,
it's funny, but that's true. Like, it's grown. Like, if you look, like, let's say social media, you just go on Black page, you just look at the shit that, as a culture, the shit they're doing, like, you say, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
It's the dudes, and that's the way they're thinking. This is a grown-ass man that influenced the youth.
Right, yeah. I mean, and that's why I like to.
Some people are like, yeah, Ronnie, bro, I'm like, hey, that may have been a fucking blessing for you.
And that's why I call this podcast Locker Room Talk, because, like, in my experience with football, bro, like, in a football team, you have so many different people, so many different characteristics and personalities that you clash with, you like get together with. And in the locker room, I feel like it's just such a special place to where you can share things that you won't even share with your own parents, but you'll share it with your best friend on the football team, or even, you know, somebody that just, you know, one day just you guys had it out, but then you guys got back together type of thing. Not together in that way, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, like locker room talk is special because it's almost like a therapy in a way. You know what I mean? It's like I get to, you know, express myself and tell my friends how I feel and tell them what I'm going through, and they're gonna tell me what they're going through and be like, all right, we're gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it. I don't care if Miss Ruff gives me an F on the test, bro.
I mean, I'm glad you named it that, because like locker room, know, just the term there is masculine. It throws the men into it, because we know like it's different too for the opposite sex. What we didn't bring up, like opposite sex have it way different. Like I was saying in social media time, I put it, you know, girls have huge ass emotions on social media, and then they also have it throughout life, because you know the same friends and shit. They ain't out there doing the same shit guys are doing. Their mindset is completely different.
Mm-hmm.
They may have like bitches they hated in like middle school. You know, they may have hate each other.
Yeah. But
the only thing, girls never let those communities. Mm-hmm. Girls are always a part of fucking communities. Seldom they're not. Maybe it's like a 5% group that that aren't. But those lone girls. But other than that, there are always in a community like me and my girls doing this, me and my girls doing that.
Yeah.
I feel like that's their thing, to get in a group and then like go in a place and see other bitches in groups. And,
yeah.
Like, they're like communities. Like our dudes like, bro, yeah, I do this type of shit. So let me go because our norm is to bring the bread on type shit.
Yeah.
And then, that keeps us away from always being in communities and girls. They get that different thing in today's time.
Yeah.
And then they got so much. It's almost unfair in a way, but then it almost seems right just because that's what we've been raised on.
Right. And yeah.
I did dip out, bro.
About to dip out?
Yeah, I'm about to see you in the morning.
All right. So I'll see you at what time? 12?
Maybe more than 12, but I mean, you 4 miles whenever you want.
All right, yeah, I'll probably be
I was gonna say,
there.
you want to be here, like, if you want to come over, like, later on tonight, you can work.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'll probably end up just like staying over there or something, editing the videos and all that.
Yeah, that's like the Wi-Fi.
All right,
Cool. All right, bro. That was cool.
Hey, thanks for coming on the podcast, bro.
Hey, bro, I appreciate it.
Hey, you're welcome to you know what I'm saying, the locker room anytime, bro.
I appreciate it.
I'll just, I'll walk him out.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give him an answer real quick. I'll be right back.
I'll talk to cameras all day. Like I was saying, in this world, girls are getting a better advantage. I feel like social media, let's say fat girl, skinny or whatever, what you seek is followers to boost some type of self-esteem or level or status, it's easier for girls. Let's say I take a picture of my shirt off, I may get so many people that like it here and there. The girl take a picture of her shirt off, she may get 2,000 followers that day, if that's what you like, what you care for. I personally don't give a S unless I'm trying to influence people, but I have plenty of platforms to do that. But in today's time, there's different things. I would say the overall message would be is to not abandon community, to keep community going. Because community is something that keeps us on, even like Bible, if you're not, or if you believe in the Bible, if you don't, like you can't say that community is not what you need. I say if you're atheist or anything like that, community will be something that you feel like you can't be, because like if you get that lonely spot, like the community would be the overall message today. That would be the word of the locker room today.
For sure.
Community.
For sure, community. I think community is important, man. It's like, they say that
that's been like the biggest thing. Like I've been dealing with this 2 weeks because like now I have communities, but now I'm like which community type shit. Like I'm trying to get like different network marketing and like even in community there's kind of like people like, hey bro, I think our community's better than their type shit.
For sure.
And then I'm like, fuck. And then I'm like, who do I try? I'm like,
they're really better than not.
Yeah, and then like even when you say that, like it makes me hate your community.
It has like that. It makes you see it.
It throws a dirty taste in my mouth because you down talk someone else with something good.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Just because it's not something like, let's say I'm bought all the way into Saints. It's my football team where I'm bought into Saints. What's your team, OJ?
Let's say Raiders.
All right, he all the way bought into Raiders, and you like, yeah, Raiders, bro. We got Derek Carr. Maybe we're coming back. I'm like, Drew Brees never get hurt. I'm all the way bought in. Like your players suck ass, but I'm not. Looking behind the scenes, like all those guys that are putting in work to be here and all the struggles and shit they go through. Somebody who's arrested, lost family members.
Yeah.
Just shitting on your shit. Shitting on your community. Your community is doing big things to make steps to reach a goal.
Yeah. They're doing positive stuff.
Like, yeah, bro, we're making $30 million over here, bro. Yeah, we're making $10 million, but we may pass you on that.
Right.
And you're like, yeah, you're making that, but that's not the importance to me, type shit. Like our community's built on this. And I hate it. And there may be somebody like that you like. Let's say like you like my quarterback. I may like your couple like, yeah, bro. Like you may say, yeah, bro, I really like Drew Brees, but like y'all coming at me with the bullshit.
Yeah.
At the end of the year, I'm looking for a new community. Shit, I don't think I'm gonna fuck with y'all.
Yeah, because you've been hating this whole time.
Yeah,
type stuff. Yeah, that's how I get it. But
so that's something I've been battling with community. Like now, I actually have something there. I think we both do, bro. I remember from first podcast and now how much we've grown, like to actually community.
Yeah, like honestly, we're both. I think we're consistently growing, and I think that's why we connect so well because we're both growth oriented. They're probably gonna hear that on the podcast level too, that pin thing. So, but
pin capital.
But yeah, it's like, I don't know. Life is life, though.
Man, bro, I love growing daily, man.
Me too.
Like, I'm actually like, remember I woke up and playing like, hey, bro, first one to get 500 because we was really struggling to hit 500.
For real.
Now we go to the big time. Don't mean about this much since then.
Mm-hmm. Well, me, I'm still cause like it's hard for me.
Oh, damn. I was giving 500.
April's not
weeks after we did that. I was literally giving 500.
Okay.
Come on, mom.
Well, April's not over yet, but after this, I want to throw a Snapchat to a couple of like a couple of people on the Snap or whatever, real quick for the podcast and stuff like that. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, because with me, bro, it's like it's so hard for me because I'm so business minded and I want to invest in like as soon as I get money, I want to invest it like that. You know what I mean? Into what I'm doing.
I am, bro.
I don't know if that's the right thing to do though.
You already cut the potty ass and stuff we gotta talk about that we can't.
Okay, yeah. Okay, guys. Well,
all right. You appreciate y'all. Switch outs and throw your towels on. This is the locker room, baby.
Yeah, appreciate y'all listening to the locker room, and I love you guys, and I'll see you again. All right, it's on here right now, but I'm gonna shut down the live. Boom, 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 boom. Peace.